Plaintiff Marcus Gilson rented a room in the defendant's apartment. And one day when he got home, there were lights and cameras set up, and the defendant was shooting a porno. Marcus is suing his former roommate for a loan, a rent refund, and a security deposit. Defendant January Maxwell says within 2 weeks of Marcus moving in, she discovered he had a drinking problem, and he was constantly bringing women in and out of the apartment at all hours of the night. She's countersuing for harassment.
Start with you.
Your Honor, I met January and the end of February.
You met January and February.
Yes, I met January and February at the end of February through online looking for a roommate. Moved in April.
What was the agreement?
What the agreement was that I paid $300 for a deposit. And,
starting when?
Starting April.
$300 deposit and $300 rent?
Yes, sir.
That same time, April?
Yes, sir.
How did it go living with her?
When I first moved in, it didn't go. It didn't go well. I come home from work. One day. I walk in. I see cameras, boom, lights, and everything. Somebody screaming. It's like they shooting a porno. I ain't want to be a part of it.
How do you know from cameras and lights that it's a porno?
I mean, Your Honor, I watched pornos before.
Oh, you saw it going?
I know what pornos is.
Were they having sex?
No, shit, they ran to the back. I mean, whoever it was, they jumped up and ran to the back.
Okay.
So I didn't get a chance I wasn't even trying to look and find out what's going on, tell you the truth.
Okay.
I just
saw
bagged
lights
out.
and cameras and somebody running, so you assume they were taping each other having sex.
Yeah.
Okay.
In my area, I had the living room part. I had set up the living room.
Okay.
And you know
So
what I'm saying? In my
what'd
area.
you do? How far did they run?
They ran into the back room. The back room back there.
Okay, you didn't wait till to come out and ask them what they were doing?
Yeah, I came back later, and I asked her. She had said that she was shooting a blog for her video, a blog or something.
Okay.
And it was just crazy.
Let me hear from you.
He responded to my Craigslist ad for a roommate. He came over and he saw the place. He liked the place, I liked him. I thought he had a good head on his shoulders. So a few days later, at the beginning of April, around April 4th, that's stated in my roommate agreement that I created, he moved in. Within the first 2 weeks.
The agreement was what?
The agreement was $300.
That's it? No utilities?
No, well, the $300 was a part of the utilities as well, and this is the original.
How much was the rent?
The rent was $600. And
okay, so yeah, and his part was $300?
Exactly, $300.
And the utilities included?
That was the utilities included, correct.
All right, go ahead, ma'am.
Okay, so, within the first couple of weeks, I noticed that he had an alcohol problem. There'd be times I come out my bedroom, he'd be drunk on the living room floor, bottles of liquor all over the house. He also liked to smoke weed as well. And he always had company. I was always working.
No, sir, I never had company at her house, sir.
Right.
I have
enough. So this woman, she's imagining?
She's imagining things. I don't have it.
Your Honor, I actually
have
a
something,
document.
Imagination in writing.
Oh, here it is right here.
Let's see.
At the very bottom, Your Honor.
So why do you say you all weren't getting along?
At the very bottom. I would say we wasn't getting along just because out of all the drug use, out of all the alcohol abuse, and also just him bringing all these women in at odd hours of the night. And that was one of the stipulations. That was one of the stipulations, Your Honor.
I got a text message. She asking me for sexual favors and stuff.
Excuse me?
Yes, I have it right here, sir.
All right, did you give her one?
No. No.
I'm just asking. You the one. You the one keep talking about sex, sir. You started out claiming that they were shooting a sex video in your room. Now you want to talk about being offered sex from her. So I want to. Let's go into that. So what did you say? When she said, "I want to give you some sex," what did you say?
I didn't respond.
Which I never said.
Pardon me?
I didn't respond.
What'd you do after you just sat there quiet and the woman said you want to have sex?
No, she texted me. She texted me.
What'd you text back?
She said, if you don't text back and respond, that means no. Just like that.
Let me see where it says that.
All right. Right there, it's highlighted. Your Honor, I met January and the end of February.
You met January and February.
Yes, I met January and February at the end of February.
Plaintiff Marcus Gilson rented a room in the defendant's home. And he claims while living there, the defendant offered him sexual favors and has the text messages to prove it.
I'm not a booty call. I know the P is good, but restrain yourself. This is what she's saying. Sorry, Marcus. Sent that to you by accident. No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
I did.
Then plaintiff. No, she asks you, are you leaving for the night? You say, no, I'll be home later. She says, okay. That tone don't sound like a no to me. I've been so attracted to you, sugar.
Keep going.
Can I give you some, what's the right way to say it?
Fellatio.
Fellatio. Yeah.
That's what it is?
Yeah. I've been so attracted to you, sugar. Can I give you some fellatio between us adults?
Yeah.
If no, just don't respond and ignore this.
And I ignored it.
Give me time to think about it.
Okay.
Why are you trying to deny it? All right, so tell me about the loan you're suing for. $1,500 and the rent.
Okay, yeah. The loan was she wasn't able to pay her rent, so I loaned her. I mean, for a person like she said that I drink and I do all this. I mean, I had 2 jobs. She didn't have a job. I loaned the money, made her sign a promissory note.
Let's see it, please.
Which I have it right here. She's saying that she was going to pay me back, never paid me back.
Okay.
And so
tell me about the rent.
The rent,
refund and security deposit that you want back?
Yes, I ended up, I feel like that I should get my money back because I ended up calling, I thought I was on the lease because that's what she had gave me.
He never thought he was on the lease.
Hold on, ma'am, let him finish.
I thought I was on the lease, so I ended up calling, she told me that Rim Commercial said that I had to go. So I called Rim Commercial and asked what was going on. They said that I had to leave because January was illegal subleasing. They said that she could not sublease.
Okay.
You know, she didn't have the right to sublease or anything like that because she's on government assistance.
All right. And you should get a refund for the months that you paid for and did not live there.
I left in June.
What date in June?
June.
Beginning, middle,
2nd.
end?
June the 2nd.
June 2nd, you left. And you paid for that month?
Yes, I paid for that month.
And you left without 30-day notice, though?
I left without 30-day notice.
You should pay that June. You needed to give her 30-day notice before leaving.
No, Rim Commercial, that's the thing. Rim Commercial, though, they told me that I had to leave, I had to vacate the premises immediately.
That. Okay. Your harassment charge, ma'am?
Okay, so when I told him that I was unable to pay him the $300 back, for the first couple of days, he was okay because he understood I lost my job. But then after those couple of days, he started to get aggressive. And with him drinking, he'd bang on my door in the middle of the night, half drunk, talking about where my money.
That wasn't about no money.
Go
ahead.
He was threatening me, Your Honor. Threatening me with physical harm, Your Honor. Then he was calling
that's a lie. Look at her, Your Honor.
My management company, and he called them. He knew from the very beginning, Your Honor, what their situation was. I told him on day 1 when he first gave me the rent, I said, if you see one of my management people throughout the building, say you're a brother or a cousin. He said,
no,
okay,
sir.
I'm
That's
fine with that.
That's a lie.
So there was no illegal sublet because he knew from the very beginning.
Well, and that's irrelevant, ma'am, to the months that he stayed there. It's only relevant to the month of June.
He didn't stay there in June, Your Honor.
Right. So,
he left.
However, he didn't give you 30-day notice.
Correct.
But if the landlord forced him to move or the management, then he wouldn't have to give you 30-day notice because he was forced out. Rim Commercial, return the keys to me and come get your things, seeing as you're not a Rim Commercial lease recipient. Okay, ma'am, he was put out. And so, therefore...
And that text message was from me.
And the harassment, well, that's even more so. You put him out immediately. And the harassment so far doesn't arise to a claim of $1,000 because he was banging on the door. That's what you did right by putting him out.
I just been asking about my money. That's the whole thing.
All right. And you even said that, ma'am. It was about the money. So I'm going to grant your judgment, sir, for the loan. And your rent refund would be for $300. And your security deposit. You were supposed to receive it back when you left if you do a walkthrough. You didn't do a walkthrough because she hadn't vacated the premises. How did he leave the living room, however?
He left on June 7th.
Was there any damage to the living room?
There was no damage.
Okay, well, do you give him his deposit back when the person moves and they left no damage? They move and they didn't damage anything, so $900 is your judgment.
But there never was a deposit, Your Honor. When he first moved in, it was only $300.
It was a
He never gave you $600 when he moved in?
No, he gave me $300.
You have any evidence, anybody of the amount? You better not be telling them you might have blown your case line.
No, sir.
She better not show me something where it was $300 instead of $600.
$300.
Matter of fact, I got text messages.
Does it say anything about deposit? That's the only thing in question. Did you give her $600 in April?
I gave her $300 first, then I gave her $300. I gave her $300 one time, then I gave her the $300 on me initially moving in.
Correct. Within what time frame? A day, 2 days?
Like a week.
Ma'am?
It was like a week.
I'm trying to find the paper,
You're
Your
not
Honor.
looking quick enough. So.
Plaintiff Marcus Gilson rented a room in the defendant's home, and he claims while living there, the defendant offered him sexual favors and has the text messages to prove it.
I'm gonna have to do as I was about to, grant him his $900 and gotta dismiss your harassment claim. And I don't conclude that he harassed you to the tune of $1,000.
I just been asking about my money. I told I work, and then she's upset, you know. She's upset because she see me riding around in my Cadillac, my Mercedes and stuff.
He didn't have a car, Your Honor.
And don't have a place to stay. How ghetto fabulous is that? Sleeping on the floor. Out there with these big pretty cars and sleeping on somebody's floor.
I wasn't sleeping on no floor.
You did in her living room. You didn't even have your own bathroom. You didn't even have a bedroom.
Futon.
Futon. You're sleeping on a futon. You've been better off sleeping in your Mercedes.
Oh, no.
Lord have mercy.
Here it is. It clearly states that there is no deposit, only $300. That's what it says right there, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
Right there.
The place for you, $300 moves in,
That's
no deposit.
the original
Seriously.
ad that was posted.
But when I got there, like I just said,
Show me
I only
evidence.
paid
She showed me
$300.
evidence that she didn't charge it. You would be foolish to pay her something that you came to based on this listing and you paid it anyway. Now you show me something.
Go ahead. Right here.
Okay, right there.
Right there.
All right.
Right there.
Where
Right
it
there.
says deposit required.
Right there. $600.
The rent for the premises is $600 per month. It
That's
doesn't say
right.
anything about deposits, sir.
He pays $3, and I pay $3 plus
The
utilities,
rent
Your
for
Honor.
the premises.
But
Yeah.
how much?
I see nothing about a deposit.
I
sir.
had, but also when I moved in, like I said, she told me $300.
Well, that was a gift, sir. I'm going to give you your $600.
Man.
You better be glad I'm not dismissing it
Yes, sir.
altogether for what I believe to be perjury.
Yes, sir.
$600 is your judgment for the months you paid, and she keeps that deposit. Well, there was no deposit.
There was.
Have a good day. Yours is dismissed.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Okay, so
You lucky he gave you something. You lucky he gave you something.
yeah,
That's what I'm going to say. You lucky he gave your something.